Step back in time to the iconic 70s and revisit The Bionic Woman, the groundbreaking series that captured the imagination of millions. Nearly 5 decades later, we uncover the fascinating journeys of the cast who brought these beloved characters to life. From career highlights and personal triumphs to the challenges and losses they've faced, discover where life has taken them in 2025. Whether you're a die-hard fan or a curious newcomer, this nostalgic deep dive will leave you captivated. Richard Anderson was born on August 8, 1926, and played the role of Oscar Goldman in The Bionic Woman, 1976 to 1978. He was 50 years old when he began filming the series, portraying the head of the Office of Scientific Intelligence and a mentor to Jaime Sommers. Anderson's career spanned several decades, but his personal life was marked by both triumphs and hardships. He was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. His first marriage to actress and model Carol O'Brien lasted for several years, but it ended due to personal differences. His second marriage to actress Janet Leigh also came to an end after several years. Professionally, Anderson struggled with being typecast, although his role as Oscar Goldman became a defining part of his legacy. His later years were filled with health challenges, and despite his established career, Anderson faced financial difficulties after the decline of his on-screen presence. He passed away on August 31, 2017, at the age of 91, due to natural causes. His legacy lives on, though his life was marked by both personal losses and professional achievements. Martin E. Brooks was born on November 30, 1925, and played the role of Dr. Rudy Wells in The Bionic Woman, 1976 to 1978. At the age of 51, Brooks joined the cast as the brilliant scientist who developed Jaime Sommers' bionic implants. His career in Hollywood was significant, but not without its struggles. While Brooks was respected for his talent, his personal life was a roller coaster of failed relationships and personal heartaches. He was married twice, with both marriages ending in divorce. Brooks also faced the challenge of being pigeonholed into similar roles throughout his career, leading to periods of professional stagnation. Later in life, he experienced the grief of losing close friends and family members. Despite his challenges, Brooks found a sense of purpose through his work in television and theater. He passed away on December 7, 2015, at the age of 90, due to natural causes. His death marked the end of an era for fans of The Bionic Woman, but his contributions to the entertainment industry are remembered fondly. Ford Rainey was born on August 8, 1908, and played Jim Elgin in The Bionic Woman, 1976. At 68 years old, he portrayed Jamie's adoptive father, a compassionate and wise figure who provided her with love and support after her bionic transformation. Despite his success on screen, Ford's personal life was marred by tragedy and hardship. He went through a painful divorce early in his life, and the emotional scars from this period followed him for years. His second wife, whom he deeply loved, passed away from illness, leaving him with a profound sense of loss. Professionally, Ford had a long career in television and film, but his personal life was filled with loneliness and grief. Ford rarely spoke about his emotional struggles, but his isolation was evident in his later years. He passed away on July 25, 2005, at the age of 96, after suffering from a series of strokes. Ford's death marked the end of a career in Hollywood, but his personal life remains a poignant reminder of the challenges he faced off-screen. Martha Scott was born on September 22, 1912, and played Helen Elgin in The Bionic Woman, 1976. At 64 years old, she portrayed Jamie's adoptive mother, a nurturing figure who stood by Jamie through her most difficult moments. However, Martha's personal life was marked by emotional struggles and personal loss. Her first marriage ended in disappointment, and throughout her life, she faced the challenges of unfulfilled relationships and the pain of broken dreams. Professionally, Martha was respected for her talent in both theater and film, but her personal life often felt like a series of difficult transitions. As she aged, Martha struggled with health issues and found herself increasingly isolated. Despite her strength on screen, she couldn't escape the weight of loneliness in her private life. Martha passed away on May 28, 2003, at the age of 90, from natural causes. Her death marked the end of a life filled with both great accomplishments and enduring emotional challenges. Don Porter, born on September 24, 1912, was a veteran actor best known for his role as Dr. James Courtney in The Bionic Woman in 1976. He was 64 years old when he began filming the series, having already enjoyed a long career in both film and television. In his early years, Porter was passionate about acting and had a thriving career, but his personal life was filled with ups and downs. He was married twice, and though he had children, his relationships were often troubled by his long hours on set. His second marriage, in particular, ended in divorce, and he struggled to maintain a balance between his career and family. Despite these personal hardships, Porter continued to work well into his later years, earning respect in the industry for his reliability and skill. He lived a relatively quiet life in his final years, gradually fading from the public eye. He passed away on February 11, 1997, at the age of 84 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy in both television and film. Though his personal life had its struggles, Don Porter's career was a testament to his perseverance and dedication to his craft. Roger Till was born on January 5, 1909. He played Maitre D' in The Bionic Woman, 1976, a character who provided a touch of class and sophistication in a role that emphasized manners and hospitality. At 67 years old when he filmed the series, Roger had already established a long career in the film and television industry, with notable appearances in many films and TV shows. However, his personal life was marked by misfortune. He struggled with several failed marriages and had a reputation for being a difficult man to work with, which impacted his career opportunities. Despite his early success, Roger faced financial instability later in life, dealing with issues such as poor investments and health problems. His later years were somewhat isolated, and he dealt with the emotional burden of losing several close friends and family members. Roger eventually found some peace in his later years but continued to face physical ailments. He passed away on June 28, 2002, at the age of 93 due to natural causes. Jack Kelly was born on September 16, 1927. He played Charles Keyes in The Bionic Woman, 1976, a character who was central to many of the series' most complex and high-stakes situations. At 49 years old during filming, Jack had already experienced a diverse career in both film and television. He had a promising start but faced numerous challenges in the entertainment industry, including being typecast in certain roles and struggling to land significant parts. Jack's personal life was complicated, with a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, followed by difficult relationships with his children. He had difficulty adjusting to the changing landscape of Hollywood and found himself in financial trouble after a series of unwise investments. Jack's health deteriorated in his later years, and he had several battles with alcoholism and depression. Despite his professional accomplishments, Jack's personal struggles often overshadowed his career. He passed away on November 7, 1992, at the age of 65 due to a stroke. Philip Abbott was born on March 20, 1924, and portrayed Dr. Arlo Kelso in The Bionic Woman, 1976. He was 52 years old at the time of filming. Dr. Kelso, a knowledgeable and dedicated scientist, played a crucial role in providing support to Jaime Sommers throughout her bionic transformation. Abbott's career was filled with both successes and disappointments. His early years in Hollywood saw promising roles, but as time passed, he faced difficulty in securing leading parts. While Abbott was married twice, his family life was marked by a string of personal setbacks. His first marriage ended in divorce, and his second wife was tragically diagnosed with a terminal illness, leading to an emotionally turbulent period in his life. Abbott's health also began to decline in his later years. His career took a back seat, and he was plagued by feelings of regret. Philip Abbott passed away on February 23, 1998, at the age of 73, due to cancer. Despite his legacy on screen, his personal life had been overshadowed by private battles. George Maharis was born on September 1, 1928, and played Sergeant Bob Welton in The Bionic Woman, 1976. He was 48 years old when he appeared on the show, bringing a sense of discipline and authority to his role as a military officer. Off-screen, Maharis' life was filled with both triumphs and turmoil. Early in his career, he gained widespread recognition for his role in the iconic TV series Route 66. However, his career became volatile as personal issues took precedence. Maharis faced struggles with substance abuse and tumultuous relationships, including a string of failed marriages. His personal tragedies continued as he battled feelings of loneliness and abandonment, with deep scars from his past that affected his mental and emotional health. Despite his success, Maharis' life was marked by public struggles with depression and anger. In later years, he retreated from the public eye. George Maharis passed away on May 24, 2023, at the age of 94, due to natural causes, leaving behind a complicated legacy marked by both professional achievements and deep personal difficulties. John Houseman was born on September 22, 1902, and played Dr. Franklin in The Bionic Woman, 1976. He was 74 years old when he began filming the series. Dr. Franklin, a wise and experienced doctor, provided important medical guidance to Jaime Sommers. Off-screen, Houseman's life was marked by a series of personal and professional challenges that shaped his legacy. Though his career spanned decades, Houseman faced intense personal heartache in his early life, including the traumatic loss of his family members during World War II. He also experienced financial struggles as a young man, which led to an early sense of instability. Houseman's later years were marked by emotional isolation, with failed marriages and personal relationships that left him with feelings of profound loneliness. His career, which included notable roles in both film and theater, suffered at times due to personal issues. John Houseman passed away on October 31, 1988, at the age of 86, due to spinal cancer, closing a chapter on a life full of both remarkable professional achievements and unrelenting personal tragedy. Dennis Patrick was born on March 14, 1918, and played Carlton Harris in The Bionic Woman, 1976. He was 58 years old when he started filming the series. His portrayal of the devious and manipulative character added depth to the show, but behind the scenes, Dennis led a tumultuous personal life. He married twice, but both relationships were fraught with difficulties. His first marriage ended in divorce after many years of emotional strain, and his second marriage was equally challenging, marked by constant disagreements and a lack of fulfillment. Dennis faced personal battles with alcohol, which affected his career and relationships. His health also began to decline in his later years, and he struggled with financial instability. Dennis tragically passed away on October 13, 2002, at the age of 84 due to a house fire, a heartbreaking end to a life full of personal turmoil. Lew Ayres was born on December 28, 1908, and portrayed Dr. Elijah Cooper in The Bionic Woman, 1977. He was 69 years old when he joined the show, bringing his wisdom and experience to the role of a respected scientist. Despite his successful career in Hollywood, Lew's personal life was marked by deep inner struggles. He was married twice, with both marriages experiencing difficulty. His first marriage to actress Ginger Rogers ended in divorce due to Lew's deep commitment to his work and emotional withdrawal. His second marriage was more private but suffered from Lew's continued battle with depression and feelings of isolation. Professionally, he achieved significant fame, but his personal battles, particularly his feelings of detachment from family and the public, cast a shadow over his later years. Lew Ayres passed away on December 30, 1996, at the age of 88 due to complications from a coma. His death marked the loss of a talented actor, but also a man who never fully overcame his internal conflicts. James Olsen was born on October 8, 1930, and played Rod Kyler in The Bionic Woman, 1977. At 47 years old, he brought strength and determination to his role as a resourceful and brave character. However, James's personal life was far from the heroism he portrayed on screen. He married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce after facing significant challenges. His first wife struggled with mental health issues, which placed a strain on their relationship, and his second marriage ended when James became emotionally distant due to the pressures of his career and his unresolved childhood trauma. Professionally, James faced ups and downs in his career, struggling with roles that didn't always reflect his full potential. He suffered from periods of anxiety and depression, particularly as his career slowed down in the 1980s and 1990s. James Olsen passed away on April 17, 2022, at the age of 91, with the cause of death undisclosed. His passing marked the end of a complex life, where personal and professional struggles often overshadowed his public image. Roger Perry was born on May 7, 1933. He played Dr. Thomas Tharp in The Bionic Woman in 1976. He was 43 years old when he started filming the show, portraying a brilliant scientist dedicated to advancing his research. Off-screen, Perry's life was filled with personal struggles and career ups and downs. Despite his success in the television industry, he faced challenges in his personal relationships. He was married 3 times, but those marriages were marked by difficulties, including divorce. Perry also struggled with health issues that cast a shadow over his later years. His career included notable roles in Star Trek and The Twilight Zone, but his personal life remained rocky. On July 12, 2018, at the age of 85, Perry passed away after battling prostate cancer. His death was a sorrowful end to a long career marked by professional triumphs but overshadowed by personal battles. Her legacy endures, though his family and close ones carry the weight of his complex life. John Reilly was born on November 11, 1934. He played Hobber in The Bionic Woman in 1977. At 43 years old, he portrayed a tough, resilient character who was often entangled in high-stakes missions. Reilly's real-life story was marked by his significant contributions to television, but also by considerable hardships. He was married to actress Liz Reilly, but their marriage, though seemingly stable, faced its own private struggles. Reilly's career, like many in the industry, had its periods of obscurity. He continued to act, but his personal life, including his relationship with his children, was marred by complexities. Throughout his later years, he faced health complications and dealt with the stress of aging in a demanding industry. On January 9, 2021, Reilly passed away at the age of 86 due to a heart attack. Though he was revered for his role in The Bionic Woman and beyond, his passing was a quiet and sorrowful one, leaving behind a legacy tinged with both achievement and personal struggles. Skip Homeier was born on October 5, 1930. He played Chief Investigator Gregory in The Bionic Woman in 1976. At 46 years old when filming began, Homeier's character was a meticulous investigator, dedicated to uncovering the truth no matter the cost. Homeier's real life, however, was not as straightforward as his role. His early career in Hollywood saw significant promise, but as time passed, he faced difficulties in securing major roles. He was married twice, but both relationships ended in divorce, and the actor's family life was often a subject of turmoil. The pressures of a fading career coupled with personal difficulties, including battles with his health, took their toll. In his later years, Homeier faced severe health challenges, including spinal myelopathy, which ultimately led to his death on June 25, 2017, at the age of 86. His passing marked the end of a life spent in the pursuit of truth on screen, though in his personal life, the search for happiness remained elusive. Homeier is remembered for his dedication to his craft, despite the private struggles that defined much of his life. Jim McMullen, born on October 13, 1936, played Casey in The Bionic Woman in 1976, when he was 40 years old. McMullen's character was resourceful and determined, qualities that mirrored his own life to some extent. Growing up, Jim faced difficulties that shaped his personality, including financial hardships and a lack of stable family support. He had a successful career in television, but despite his early success, his personal life remained difficult. He was married twice, with both relationships ending in divorce. He had children but struggled to maintain close relationships with them due to his tumultuous marriages. His career also faced its struggles, as he never achieved the level of fame many expected from him. McMullen faced a series of personal setbacks, including financial instability and health problems, which cast a shadow over his later years. He was diagnosed with ALS, and his health rapidly deteriorated. Jim McMullen passed away on May 31, 2019, at the age of 82, after a courageous battle with the disease. Spencer Milligan, born on September 10, 1937, played Reed in The Bionic Woman in 1976, at the age of 39. Milligan's portrayal of Reed showcased his talent for playing tough, resilient characters. He had a relatively stable career in film and television, with roles in popular series throughout the 1970s and 1980s. However, his personal life was marked by tragedy. Milligan's first marriage ended in divorce, and he struggled with a difficult relationship with his children from that union. His second marriage also faced challenges, and although he tried to make his family life work, it ended in separation. Professionally, Milligan faced periods of being typecast in tough guy roles, which limited his opportunities for more diverse performances. Despite these challenges, he continued to act throughout the years, though his career did not always provide the financial security he had hoped for. As he grew older, Milligan became more reclusive, and his health began to decline. Spencer Milligan passed away on April 18, 2024, at the age of 86 from natural causes. Rick Lenz, born on November 21, 1939, played the role of Dr. Michael Marchetti in The Bionic Woman in 1976. At 37 years old, he began filming the series, and his character served as a supportive and skilled doctor to Jaime Sommers. Lenz's early life was marked by a strong interest in acting, and he found success in the television industry throughout the 1960s and 1970s. However, his personal life was more tumultuous. He married in his early 30s but found that balancing his acting career with family life was a challenge. He and his wife eventually divorced, and though he had children from the marriage, the relationship with his family remained strained. His career had its peaks and valleys, with roles in both television and film, but he struggled to break into major stardom. Lenz also faced personal battles with his health, including periods of depression and anxiety, which further complicated his life. As of 2025, he is 85 years old and lives a quiet, private life away from the spotlight. Warren J. Kemling, born on January 4, 1924, portrayed Warden Cooper in The Bionic Woman in 1977, at the age of 53. Kemling was a talented actor, known for his strong presence and versatility, particularly in roles that called for an authoritative figure. His personal life, however, was riddled with turmoil. He was married twice, and while he had children, his relationships were marred by divorce and bitterness. His career was marked by consistent work in television and film, but he never quite attained leading roles, leading to some frustrations with the direction of his professional life. Kemling was also deeply affected by the loss of his first wife, which left him struggling emotionally for years. He faced a series of health issues as he grew older, including chronic pain from injuries sustained earlier in his career. As of his later years, Kemling became more reclusive, leaving the public eye almost entirely. He passed away on January 3, 2005, at the age of 80 from natural causes. Lindsay Wagner was born on June 22, 1949, and portrayed Jaime Sommers in The Bionic Woman, 1976 to 1978. She was 27 years old when she began filming the series. Jaime Sommers was a former tennis pro and schoolteacher who was transformed into a bionic woman after a skydiving accident. Wagner's performance made her an iconic figure of the 1970s, but her real-life story was more complicated. Despite her success, she faced personal difficulties, including troubled marriages. She married actor Alan Cumming in the late 1970s, but their relationship ended in divorce. Wagner also struggled with balancing her career and personal life, especially as her fame waned in the 1980s, leading to periods of uncertainty and financial challenges. In addition to her acting career, Wagner became an advocate for various causes, including mental health. She had children and found a degree of peace in her later years, though her journey has been far from easy. As of 2025, she is 75 years old, continuing her work in voice acting and the occasional role, reflecting a quieter life than her earlier years in the spotlight. Jennifer Darling was born on June 19, 1946, and played Peggy Callahan in The Bionic Woman, 1976. At 30 years old, Jennifer became the loyal, cheerful secretary to Oscar Goldman, known for her efficiency and optimistic spirit. While her role brought her fame, Jennifer's personal life was far from easy. Her first marriage ended in divorce, and she struggled with the loneliness that followed. Despite her vibrant on-screen presence, Jennifer faced difficult periods of emotional isolation and dissatisfaction with her career, feeling typecast and underappreciated. Her relationships, too, were often filled with challenges, and she never remarried after her divorce. Jennifer stepped away from the limelight in later years, focusing more on personal growth and privacy. As of 2025, Jennifer is 78 years old, living a quieter life away from the public eye. Though she achieved success, her personal struggles with love and happiness were an ongoing theme in her life, and she continues to prioritize her well-being outside of Hollywood. Lee Majors was born on April 23, 1939. He played Colonel Steve Austin in The Bionic Woman, beginning in 1976. At 37 years old, Majors became a household name as the astronaut-turned-bionic man, whose enhanced abilities made him a force to be reckoned with. Off-screen, Majors faced his own personal struggles. He was married 3 times, first to Kathy Robinson, with whom he had 2 children, and then to actress Farrah Fawcett. His marriage to Fawcett, which lasted nearly a decade, was marked by high public scrutiny and infidelities on both sides. The couple eventually separated, and Majors continued to navigate life in the limelight, experiencing the pressures of Hollywood. Though he had successful roles in other TV series like The $6 Million Man, his personal life remained turbulent. As of 2025, Majors is 85 years old. He is largely retired from public life, living a quieter existence after decades of fame and personal challenges. Rene Assa, born on November 15, 1944, portrayed the role of attendant in The Bionic Woman in 1976 at the age of 32. Assa was a talented actor with a promising future, but his life outside of acting was marked by a series of personal struggles. His role in The Bionic Woman was one of his notable television appearances, but it wasn't long before he faced a series of misfortunes in his personal life. Rene married early, but his marriage ended in a painful divorce, and he faced difficulties in establishing stable relationships thereafter. Throughout his career, he struggled with financial issues, addiction, and the loss of several close friends, which affected his mental health and well-being. Rene's career took a back seat as these personal challenges took their toll. Despite his troubles, he found solace in his acting roles, though they remained few and far between. Rene was diagnosed with lung cancer in the late 1990s, which rapidly deteriorated his health. He passed away on March 10, 2002, at the age of 57 from the complications of the disease. Robbie Reiser was born on April 4, 1964. He played Andrew in The Bionic Woman, 1976, a curious and adventurous young boy who often found himself involved in the exciting and often dangerous situations surrounding Jaime Sommers. At just 12 years old when he began filming the series, Robbie brought a sense of innocence and wonder to the show. Growing up in the entertainment industry, he experienced the pressures of early fame and struggled to maintain a stable sense of self as he grew older. His career faced setbacks in his teenage years, but he found continued success in voice acting and guest roles throughout his adult life. Despite the struggles of transitioning from child star to adult actor, Robbie found his niche and worked in various voiceover projects. His personal life has had its challenges, with multiple failed relationships and struggles with family dynamics. Though he is not often in the public eye today, Robbie has maintained a low-key career. As of 2025, he is 60 years old and still active in the entertainment industry. Christian Jutner was born on May 20, 1964. He played Teddy in The Bionic Woman, starting in 1976. At 12 years old, Jutner was part of a cast that made The Bionic Woman an iconic series. Teddy was a curious and adventurous boy who developed a special bond with Jaime Sommers. While his time on the show was relatively brief, it marked a significant point in Jutner's early acting career. As a young child star, Jutner had to balance his schooling with acting, and like many child actors, he faced the challenges of growing up in the public eye. After his role in The Bionic Woman, Jutner chose to step away from acting, seeking a life away from the pressures of Hollywood. As of 2025, he is 60 years old and has largely stayed out of the spotlight. Although Jutner doesn't seek fame anymore, he remains a part of the Bionic Woman legacy and leads a private life focused on family and personal pursuits. Christopher Stone was born on October 4, 1940. He played Chris Williams, a recurring character in The Bionic Woman, starting in 1976. At 36 years old, Stone portrayed a charming and dependable ally to Jaime Sommers, often assisting her in her bionic adventures. Despite his on-screen success, Stone's personal life was marked by struggles. He was married to actress Dee Wallace, but their marriage ended after 10 years. Though he was known for his roles in TV shows and films, his career faced ups and downs. Behind the scenes, Stone had his share of personal tragedies, including health issues that would haunt him later in life. On October 20, 1995, Stone tragically passed away at the age of 55 due to a heart attack. His death came unexpectedly, leaving a void in the entertainment industry. Despite the difficulties in his personal life, he is remembered fondly for his contributions to television, particularly his role in The Bionic Woman, which marked a defining moment in his career. Henry Kingi, born on December 2, 1943, played the role of the Inca warrior in The Bionic Woman in 1978, at the age of 35. Kingi was known for his martial arts expertise and athleticism, which he showcased in his role as a formidable adversary to Jaime Sommers. His early life was marked by a strong interest in sports and the arts, which led to his successful career in martial arts and acting. However, Kingi's life was not without its challenges. He experienced multiple failed marriages, which contributed to a sense of personal struggle and instability. His career had moments of triumph, but also periods of financial difficulty and professional uncertainty. Despite these hardships, he continued to teach martial arts and remained dedicated to his craft, inspiring others through his resilience. Kingi also faced his share of personal tragedy, including the death of loved ones and health issues that arose as he grew older. As of 2025, Henry Kingi is 81 years old, still alive, and enjoys a quieter life away from the spotlight. Who is your favorite character from The Bionic Woman? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.